being single sucks because all this stuff that I'm doing right now, folding, which I hate doing, I hate folding clothes, I hate doing laundry. I'm a very clean person, but I swear these are the things I miss about being in a relationship. I don't even know how to fold clothes correctly. I just kind of be balling them up, but I mean, that's that's the best I can do. Yeah, I wanted to talk about something that I went through recently. Breakup, right? I went through my breakup. I think some people knew from my old channel that I was married, and finally had to cut it short. And the reason why I had to cut it short, first, let me just say this is one of the hardest things I ever had to do, because when you're in love with somebody, you know, you get comfortable, you have a history with them, and you begin to be like, I can't see myself without this person. One thing I realized, first off, this is not to talk bad about my ex or nothing like that. I wanted to share my experience with y'all because I know somebody out there probably went through what I went through, and they could probably identify with it, and it might help somebody. But one thing that I learned, man, when I knew it was time for me to be single and it was time for me to move on, it's when that disrespect started to creep into the relationship. I think a lot of people don't really want to admit when they know and they see. Look, let's be real. All right, I'm in my teaching moment real quick. A lot of times we already know when it's over, and we just keep hanging on to it, and we can't hang on to it because you're just prolonging the inevitable. It's unhealthy for you. You know, it plays on your self-esteem. It's unhealthy for the children. It's unhealthy for everybody involved, man. So recently, I had to come to grips with walking away for good, because I realized, man, my self-esteem was suffering. I realized that this dude bored. He done heard this story a million times, man. So he's like, I don't want to hear this no more. But yeah, man, look, I just want to get cut to the chase, man. I had to end this relationship because I realized that as a man, respect is important. I don't care who you are across the world, man or woman, but especially a man. Respect is how we know that the woman that we with loves us. And if the respect is gone, the relationship is over. And it was one of the hardest things for me to do. And I'll tell you why. It was because we all have a fear of being alone. And sometimes we sacrifice that. We sacrifice our self-esteem, we sacrifice our happiness because we just want somebody there, somebody beside us. But if this helps anybody, man, I just want to say, don't sacrifice your respect. You want to keep your peace intact. And you got to move unapologetically. One thing I'm learning is you have to move unapologetically. And the reason why is because somebody's always going to find something wrong with what you're doing. You could be doing something good, and somebody's gonna have something to say. It's about you, man. And once you realize you have to make the best moves for you, you're gonna live a better and a fuller and a happier life, man. So my feelings were hurt, but I feel pretty good. It's kind of liberating. So I'm gonna be real with you. I wanted to talk about that because as a single man now, I'm doing everything on my own. I'm in this house by myself. And yeah, you know, it might get lonely sometimes, but I think peace and your self-respect is like the reward, and just having that in itself makes it all worth it. And there's a gazillion fish in the sea, man. So just work on yourself. Take the time to do all the things that you wanted to do. I think that it's important to take the time to level up. Anytime after a breakup, it's time to level up, man. Work on yourself, and women will always be there. Right? And this is for girls too, women too. Men will always be there, man. It's always gonna be a time to have a relationship. But look, if you go through the breakup, man, remember that your self-respect, your peace, that comes first, man. And if somebody's willing to compromise that, man, and they ain't willing to give you what you need in a relationship, you should be strong enough to cut ties. That's it.